Prison wives, prison baes, I need y'all to come to the forefront, okay? Listen, it's not that I don't see it in everyday life at work. It's just that even after hours, when I'm scrolling on any social media platform, I notice that y'all completely lose your identity. You're no longer Ashley. You're just a prison wife. Why is that? I'm not trying to tell y'all not to love or support someone that's in prison because, somebody got to do it. It damn sure ain't going to be me. But you need to remember that you need to set some healthy boundaries because a lot of y'all are being bamboozled and you're falling for what we refer to as prison talk. And then anytime someone tries to give you some advice or some tips, you automatically are offended because we're talking about your boo. We're trying to run your relationship. We don't know what we're talking about, etc., etc. No, sweetheart. You don't know that you're being played. It's me, your favorite investigator, and also on my free time, the eavesdrop's enthusiast. I'm scrolling and I notice that it's at least 10 different females that I see, and all of their content is surrounded by being a prison wife. So, of course, I go back through their content, from past videos, and I noticed that at one point in time you were Ashley, but now you're just a prison wife, and everything that you do, you eat, you drink, your work schedule, the phone calls, the visits, everything is surrounded by your inmate. Now, every CO is a piece of shit. Nobody at the prison knows how to do their job correctly. Every time your inmate receives an infraction, it's at the expense of a petty-ass officer because the officer is jealous that your inmate is a boss at the prison and they're making more money than the COs are making, and the COs are jealous of that. So now they're just trying to get your inmate all caught up. Well, I'm going to tell you how you can decipher a boss from a worker in prison. A boss is not going to have you confined on the phone all day long. He's already confined in prison. There's no way he can make the moves that he needs to make if he has you on the other line all day long. He's never going to ask you to make a three-way call. He has other people that he can use to make three-way calls. In fact, he's not even going to want you in that part of his business, so he's never going to utilize you and put you in a position that can be a little sticky. He's not going to have the expectations of you being at visitation every weekend because weekends are their business hours, and he needs to be able to see what's going on, how things are being played out, where's his profits at. He'll never suggest that you wear anything form-fitting to visitation. In fact, he's going to tell you what not to wear. You may, if you already knew him before he became incarcerated, you may have to send him a lump sum of money, but you'll never have to send him a lump sum of money again. In fact, you're going to be the one receiving money from several different resources. All you have to do is pick it up, and 9 times out of 10, they don't even want to leave a paper trail. So you're going to have to physically pick the money up. I also want y'all to understand this. In the event that your inmate receives an infraction and he's been down for at least 2 years, and this infraction was because an officer was being petty and he really didn't do anything, he knows everybody that he needs to contact to get out of that infraction. And no harm meant to those of y'all that tag me and other people's videos of them needing help with their inmate. Sometimes all I do is like your comment and I never respond simply because I went back through that person's page and I've heard what they said and I've deciphered what they said, and I realize that inmate knows exactly who to contact. They're sending them on a wild goose chase. My time is not going to be wasted. I don't have any advice for you besides the advice that I'm giving them right now. Some of these same women so upset with Carlisle Russell for lying, but yet everything that these inmates tell y'all is suddenly the gospel. You have lost complete identity to who you are. You no longer get up on Saturday mornings to go get your nails and your toes done. You're now spending your Saturday mornings at visitation. You're not spending time with any of your family or your friends. You're not taking any girl trips, not any me time. Now you're just the prison wife or the prison bae of inmate such and such. Inmate such and such hasn't lost his identity. He's still inmate 657302. Oh, and another thing, I know that y'all think because y'all have a relationship suddenly with his mother and his sister that he would never cheat on you. You're the only person he talking to. The mothers and them sisters, oh, they be with the bullshit too, okay? That's just less money they have to send him if you're sending it to him. So, hey, do what you do, love who you love, but don't be no damn dummy. Don't use up all your money. Don't use up all your resources. Just pay attention.